What is going on today, guys? Happy Friday, April the 22nd. What an absolutely crazy day it was today. A massive move to the downside. Massive. Um, Taking a look at Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ right here, 3% after hours down. 3% across the board. Now, I mean, I've been calling for this downtrend. If you're keeping up to date with all of my videos, I've been talking about this downtrend, and um, it's it's been looming. I mean, there's no getting around that. This was going to happen. It was inevitable, and I was talking about it. Like not necessarily off pure speculation, but just looking at the market facts. The market facts, everything is pointing towards a downtrend, and a lot of the bearish ETFs, I was making sure to keep on the radar for you guys, like what is it, SQQQ, UVXY, VIXY, Vixy, and I mean they have absolutely skyrocketed. And if you follow my stock twits, literally day before yesterday, Wednesday, I had said keep these ETFs on watch. Market is still very unstable. With a few of these names nearing all-time lows, I'm going to look for an entry. This was the 21st, which is literally 2 days ago. Okay, and now we take a look at UVXY. So UVXY at this point, I don't know why it's showing SQQQ, but still, even a good look. Look at this, 20% on SQQQ, but specifically UVXY. When I had posted this, UVXY was $11.50, and it has ran up a substantial amount. Look at that. It went to 1580 if I'm not mistaken on the highs today. Um, let me take a look at this. Yeah, I mean the highs were after hours. The highs happened after hours, like 1580, 1590. I think even 16. I'm not sure, but I mean look at that. Look at that buying pressure going into the close. That is absolute insanity. Okay. And like I was saying, guys, this was gonna happen at any point. Like who knew when, right? I kind of had an idea looking at UVXY and seeing the lows that it was hitting, and considering the market volatility. I mean, give me a break. This was this was going to happen. This was going to happen, and a move to the 14, 15, $16 range is what I said. And I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it's just looking at the market, looking at the conditions it's in, and looking at these plays as being a nice like bottom entry. I mean, it really was. And I've shown this chart many times that once it hits that 11 range, it always bounces. Um, and I mean, look at it now. I mean, in a 2 day span, that's like a 35% return, 40%. Don't get me started on call options, what those are netting in terms of returns. I mean, I have no clue about that. But in terms of just straight up equity, you purchasing the ETF, 40%, 35% off of my alert in 2 days. I try to give you guys the best possible advice always, and I mean this was a big hit and a miss by me because I never bought it. I didn't buy it for some reason. I didn't. I don't know. I've been in my few positions and I don't know. I just didn't do it. But it's really nice to see that my analysis is uh is coming into reality, honestly. Because like I was saying, $11 range is going to bounce off of that head to 14, 15, $16. And I mean, who knows from there? Who knows? I mean, let's see how much UVXY is going to get pumped. I mean, let's see how much the downtrend is actually, or how far the downtrend will actually, go. Okay, moving on to KOLD. This was one I've been saying to keep on the radar. Like I said before, this is one that I had bought last Thursday, and obviously it was Good Friday, and then Monday pre-market it started plummeting. So I ended up stopping out, and silly me, I should have just bought more on the dip because look at this, absolutely beautiful. It's taking levels, it's going up, taking a level, coming back down, consolidating, going up, taking another level, coming back, consolidating, and wash, rinse, repeat. That's what it's doing right now. So I mean, in terms of where it's gonna head, I mean, I see the $15 to $20 range on the near horizon, just based on this price action right here. This is beautiful. Now, obviously, with the war, Russia being a major exporter of natural gas, things can change with news. We don't, who knows, right? We have to wait for the headlines. We have to watch the natural gas um, price and see exactly what's going to happen. So, um, yeah, guys, absolutely insane. This is another one of those plays that I was saying keep on the radar because BOIL, the natural gas bullish ETF, was just way inflated in my opinion, way inflated. And I was calling a bullish run on Boyle when it was $35, $30. And if you look on my history on my stock twits, I'm telling you, it's there. And I was calling it back in early February. It ran up 250% from those levels, over 100 to like 110, 115. I forgot what the high was, but now it's starting to come back down into levels, right, that are it's slowly making its legs down. Boyle is, and I see cold going even higher. I mean, just keep this on watch, guys. In terms of an entry, I think you're fine to enter at any time now. I mean, look at the room for the upside. I mean, just check this out. We're in all-time lows. And natural gas, I mean, it's all circled around obviously the natural gas price, right? And also supply and demand. I mean, in terms of there being a high demand for it, right, and the supply is low, then natural gas is going to be high. But if there's an abundance of supply and low demand, you're going to get a bearish ETF like KOLD skyrocketing to the moon. So, I don't mean to use that. I don't mean to use that phrase to the moon. I don't really advocate that. I'm not an advocate for that, but I do see a solid shot up to $15 to $20 here. So keep this on watch, guys. Natural gas. And next play we're going to be talking about is Cassava Sciences. This is one that I had brought up on Thursday night. In my Thursday video, I had brought up yesterday. And this is right around where I entered initially. My average was around like 1850. And when it bounced to right around this range, this is where I got out. Like in the 1950, 1975, I got out with that gain, and this was purely off of a reversal. I mean, if you zoom out a little bit, right? Like it's been getting hammered. Like there's no doubt about that. Absolutely hammered to the downside, along with a ton of other plays, right? A ton of other plays, and I mean, this wasn't off of speculation. This was me just looking at the chart and knowing that this company has been absolutely brutalized to the downside. You have to dip your feet in the water eventually, right? Like obviously bears and shorts are in control, but there is opportunities in the midst of all of it to get an entry and get out in any market strength, right? Like look at this, bam, to the upside. It went to like $20.75. That's a $2 gain potentially, right? I mean, it's hard to determine what the bottom and the top is going to be, so that's why like any type of gain is solid. Who cares how much it is? Just remember that any type of gain is solid always, right? So my 1850 average sold it like $1 per share. I mean, solid return. I'm happy. Done deal. And this is another one to keep on the radar. I mean, it closed at 19. I'm not sure what the price is after hours, but floating around these levels with the market as red as it is, could this head lower? Of course it can. Of course it can. Am I confident that it will retrace back to the upside? I am also. But I mean, maybe that'll be post downtrend, depending on how long this downtrend wants to last for. Because the Fed talking about rate hikes heading into May, inflation, the war. There's just so many things going on, right, that have sent the market this direction for quite some time now. So the in terms of the downtrend, it's really ramping up now. I mean, you saw it 3% across the board after. I mean, that's a massive move to the downside. So that's Cassava Sciences. Keep that on watch. Very good entry in my opinion at this price, $19. I've been talking about it. I like it. And next one we're gonna get into is Rivia, and this is another one that I alerted, and I bought Thursday as well. I bought Thursday right before market close. I got it around 33.40 or no, what is it? I got in at like 30. Let's see, what was it? It was like 33.60. That's what I got in at. Okay, so 33.60, and I ended up selling at like 34.20 ish because it's obviously spiked up and rejected right here, and just massive red candles to the downside. So I got out there, and then I re-entered at 32.50. So I re-entered 32.50 right here, and it's just ridden back to the upside. Even with the market the way it is, right? Like you got big names like Rivian that look at this movement. I mean, really nice to the upside. Slowly taking levels, slowly, right? And this is one that I project to go back to $40 to $50 very soon. I see a move, obviously a slow progressive move to the upside right around here, and then it could continue. I mean, I have no doubts about that. It's a legitimate electric vehicle company, and there's a lot of hate being thrown around about this, and a lot of other electric vehicle companies like Neo or Lucid or any of those guys. But realistically, I mean, all are solid companies. All are solid companies, and I mean, obviously, my statement there can be contradicted by zooming out and looking at Rivian's price action. I think that overall, the price that it opened at in terms of IPO, it was overpriced. Okay, and it obviously pumped insane. I remember when this dropped, and I watched the pump, and it's slowly been shorted down all the way to these levels. Now, if we go back to mid March, okay, look at mid March right here in this area. Let me zoom in on this. Right here in this area, check this out. Right, like it didn't get to as low as we have right now. Like right now, it's at 32. The lows were like low 32. So I mean, in general, look at this area. It bounced off of that. It bounced off of this bottom, and look how high it went. I mean, it went back to the 50 level progressively. It slowly broke levels, broke down a little bit, and then just continued to the upside. So I mean, in terms of the chart, I do see history repeating itself a month later. I do see this happening. A slow progressive move to the upside heading into May. I see that happening. But keep that on watch, guys. I really do recommend this being an entry right now and just holding it. No stress. Just hold it. Who cares about the daily price action? Just let it ride. And yes, I own Rivian right now. That's one of my positions. IMTE, this is what I've been talking about. Keep on the radar. It's the um, low float company, and I mean, in general, guys, this is one of those opportunities in these bottoms, right? I don't currently own it. I sold it a few days ago for profit, and because of market weakness, I just didn't want to. I didn't want to dive into it because it can be easily manipulated with such low volume and it being such a low float. So low float obviously meaning shares outstanding to purchase. The lower the shares outstanding to purchase, the easier the stock is to manipulate. So it's been absolutely hammered to the downside after massive moves to the upside. Definitely keep this one on watch still, guys. Once this short squeezes, I'm telling you, $6, $7, $8 is on the table. So keep this on watch as a pure low flow short squeeze play, and yeah, also be very careful. These are very volatile plays. And also another one, Blue Water Vaccines. This is one that I own now, and average is right around 550. Not really concerned too much about it. There's just been obviously massive manipulation to the downside. If you zoom out, it's a very similar chart in terms of IMTE. Except this was a lot higher. It was at like the 60s level, and then it just got insider shorted all the way down. That's what happened here. It was insider shorting, took it all the way down to the downside, all the way down to here in these high $4 range, and right now in my opinion, it's consolidating. Okay, right now it's consolidating. Once it sees massive volume bids come in, this will spike massively. Now on Friday, well today earlier, it spiked, right? It spiked off of huge bids coming in to like 530 ish. Yeah, 530. And then it just crumbled right back down because, like I said, limited shares available give the big buyers easier time to manipulate a stock. So let the big buyers do what they're doing, whatever. Pocket your money. That's fine. Bigger picture wise, I see this going to $7, $8, $9. I see a retracement happening. Okay. As a pure short squeeze, I'm in this position and I'm gonna stay patient with it because the moment you abandon a plan is the moment you will screw up, just like I have done this week. Even UVXY, that was a massive miss. I didn't buy it, unfortunately. UVXY and KOLD. KOLD was another one that I ended up taking a loss on when I should have just stuck to my plan because my whole plan was if it was going to drop more for my $9 average, right? If it was going to drop more from my $9 average where I entered here, I would have purchased more on that dip because it's only a matter of time, guys. Just like with an AMC or a GameStop pump, right? I mean, things that are massive like that. Like Boil Pump was massive because of natural gas being as expensive as it was. It sent Boil to the moon, BOIL, and it has to cool off. There's just no way. And with KOLD reaching all-time lows, even in this area, and then proceeding down to like low sevens, it's I don't want to say easy, but it's really like you look at it, and I mean it's like a for sure entry. You can have that confidence right here in this area to enter. So yeah, UVXY, KOLD, Cassava Sciences, Rivian, BWV Blue Water Vaccines, and IMTE Integrated Media Technologies. Keep all of these on watch, along with many other names. SoFi, I'm still bullish on. Fubo, I'm still bullish on. Those are names that have reached all-time lows. Like I said, could happen in my past videos. I said, a lot of these stocks are hitting all-time lows, and it's so hard to determine where the support is going to be because they're in all-time low territory. You just don't know, right? Like I knew a downtrend was coming, right? But I mean, I don't know. I like to stay bullish, but there was too many indicators pointing towards the downside. So that's why I always kept UVXY on watch, and I always let you guys know about that. But you have to eventually start looking to the upside. So that's why I have purchased Rivian. I'm in BWV, the low float stock, and with market strength regaining, I mean, it could be as early as next week. We'll see what happens. I do see heading into there's a bunch of earnings happening next week, the following weeks, with big companies. So I do see a bullish surge to the upside. I don't know if the downtrend will persist this long, but we have to stay vigilant. We have to stay ready, and above all else, we have to persevere and stick to the plan. That's it, guys. That's it. Just keep it simple. Stick to your plan. Execute it, and please try not to stress. The last thing you want to do is stress yourself out. Okay. Green is good. That's all you need to focus on. Any type of green, any profit you make in any play that you're in, secure that profit, give yourself a pat on the back, and move on. That's it. That's it, guys. And that's the best piece of advice I can give to you. And I'll always tell you guys, as much as I can, through my experience in the past 3 years of trading, I'll give you as much advice as I can that I wish I had, like I've always said at the early phases. And that's just to keep it simple. Hold, hold, hold. Stick to your plan. Buy what you believe in, and that's it, guys. That's it. And like always, guys, like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. And obviously, I hope you guys are banking hard in these volatile markets, these volatile times. I hope you guys are capitalizing on opportunities. And if you have any questions, any plays you want me to look at specifically, go ahead and comment down below. And make sure to give my stock tweets a follow, guys. Any and every single follower and every single view, I just wanted to say it means the world to me, guys. It means the world to me. I mean, you guys matter so damn much to me. the fact that I'm able to sit here and be able to give you guys advice and talk about names and give all this analysis, and it really feels good to me, because I do this for you guys, and I want to see a lot of people that are following me and watching my videos to be successful in these markets. So, I'm here for you guys. If you guys need anything, just comment down below. Follow my stock tweets to keep up on live updates and whatnot. So, yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I have for today. Thanks for watching, and let's see what unfolds on Monday. Peace, guys.